I think it's gonna start off as maybe Luffy and Loki kind of teaming up, not like working together at least. Because of him not understanding the significance of freeing somebody like that. But I ultimately think it's gonna flip on its head, and then they're gonna wind up clashing with each other. Um, but yeah, I don't know. There's too many. Oda's throwing a lot of ifs, ands, and buts in this arc so far. In these couple of chapters we've been in Elbath, for me to really pinpoint what I think is gonna actually like play out. Because right now it's just too much mystery.
Let's move on to the next topic. One Piece. One Piece finally came back, dropped a chapter, of course.
Oh, bad.
And I have a few questions that people love to hear people's answers to. So the first thing is in regards to this. Oh no, I'm tripping. So my question in regards to this panel: Luffy looks confused. Not confused. He looks flustered because they asked him what he was doing, and he didn't want to answer. What do we feel about Luffy not telling the Giants about the fact that he met Loki?
Miles, you give us the. What you
Right. Well, I mean, I don't have a complex answer for it. I just think he made an agreement with Loki, and right now he sees Loki as a friend, and he's just trying to honor the agreement. I don't like. I think it's just as simple as that. Now, I think the context of their conversation, what was said, all of that stuff, I think all of that's going to be important. But I think him just being surprised is just because they asked him, and Luffy's a dumbass.
How do you think this is all gonna play out, Miles?
Um. Hmm. Loki has to get free, right? That's going to be pretty much an integral part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to start off as maybe Luffy and Loki kind of teaming up, not like working together at least. Because of him not understanding the significance of freeing somebody like that. But I ultimately think it's going to flip on its head, and then they're going to wind up clashing with each other. Um, but yeah, I don't know. There's too many. Oda's throwing a lot of ifs, ands, and buts in this arc so far. In these couple of chapters we've been in Elbath, for me to really pinpoint what I think is going to actually like play out. Because right now it's just too much mystery.
Luffy could either do one of the best things for the series with Loki, or one of the dumbest things in the series with Loki. Because the dude just met him and is like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep it secret. We're buddies." I'm like, "Okay, Luffy." I mean, it's Luffy, so am I too surprised? Not really. But if Loki does something crazy because he manipulates Luffy, that's tough. I'm not gonna lie. That's tough.
Crazy like what?
He
I have
gets
a hot
free.
take with it.
You said who?
I said he gets free. That's the crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I think this is gonna be the first time where Luffy's personality and like grace and not naivety, but like just kind of open mindedness towards people really bites him in the butt. And this is complete headcanon. I have no evidence of this. I think because when they were underwater and all that, and like that fortune teller said that like, yo, Luffy's gonna destroy Joy Boy's gonna destroy the Red Line. Loki called himself Joy Boy. Luffy lets him free. Also Joy Boy. Loki does some crazy
No,
stuff.
no, 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 no. Loki called himself Nika, not
He
Joy
called
Boy.
himself Nika, but I think he might end up destroying the Red Line and stuff like that. I feel like because I don't see another way why that could end up happening. So I could say like, yo, Loki might be the answer for that. Like Loki might be the one to do that, and it's gonna be Luffy's fault.
He's gonna be a giant. Giants have devil fruits. I don't know.
He has one. Yeah, he has one.
He has one.
It's a rare one that's passed down throughout his family. He killed his pops and stole it.
Oh, yeah,
So
Loki Savage.
the only thing I could think about too, this would be a weird way to bring conflict between Shanks and Luffy, because we do know that Shanks was in a similar situation as Luffy with Loki, and depending on the outcome of that conversation, it's why Loki led him to call Shanks a coward. Maybe Shanks was presented with the option of freeing him. Maybe Shanks is the one that captured him. something, to where he has that perception of Luffy. It could be like another mentor student relationship where it's like Luffy, like, nigga, you're not a rookie no more. You're not worst generation. Like you're not the
You're a
fifth.
Yonko now.
You're not the fifth emperor, nigga. You are an emperor. You got to start taking your title like seriously. Like you're
Yeah.
not just affecting your crew and yourself and the people you know. Everything you do affects the world now. Um, yeah, I think it could be something like that.
Now, would be interesting. This could be
Can
like
they duke it out a little bit?
oh, for sure.
Yeah, but niggas don't already know how I feel about that.
I want to see them duke it out. I want them to have a real moment. Like, all right, like I got to give you a noogie, young blood, and let's see how Luffy. What you gonna do, Luffy?
That would be Shanks' mentality. I gotta give this nigga a
I gotta
noogie.
spank him real quick. My son is acting up. Like my
Well,
son is wilding.
At the same time, Shanks did know Luffy's crew would show up here. I mean, he told him, "Hey, watch out for Luffy." So, I mean, he had to realize that this was going to be.
You think Shanks can look at Luffy's crew at any point like a rival crew? I don't know. I don't see it. I can't see it.
Luffy, sure.
Yeah, I can see Luffy. No,
Nah.
it's Shanks in them. It's Shanks in them.
Nah.
Dad, Usopp, Dad, is that you? Like they're not.
Dad's one
I don't
shot.
have a son. He's like, I don't have a son.
What's your mama name?
Luffy's fleet clear Shanks' fleet.
Hmm?
Competitive. Luffy's fleet clear Shanks' fleet.
I mean, okay.
Hey man, power numbers. Power numbers.
Hey, man.
I mean, that doesn't matter to the
man.
One Piece world the way Shanks crews looked at. So
We literally just saw.
I mean,
You really just
the
saw
Shanks
someone
them.
in Luffy's fleet get like one shotted by Usopp's dad. Like,
He was being dumb. I don't know. He needed backup. He should
They
have.
their own- I ain't gonna lie, to their own fleet, bro. They built in fleet.
literally,
Not for real.
They built in fleet, bro.
So, one thing that I did want to say is I do think this could be a unique opportunity to develop Luffy's character to be someone who is ready to take more of a leadership role. I mean, Luffy developed a lot from like almost losing his crew, of course, and losing Ace, of course, all that stuff. But now, like taking the role of Emperor and Pirate King to another level. I mean, if he messes up that badly, this could be an interesting opportunity for that with when it comes to Loki. Also, I also have questions about these. First, do we think Vegapunk and Bonnie are joining the crew? And second, what do we think this final quote means? Do not overstay your welcome here, Lewis R. Explorer.
well, that's gonna be a mystery. So we're honestly not gonna know for a little bit, unless you've heard that name before, Miles or Tyler.
I don't know who the hell that is.
And I think they'll join like for the arc, how like people join for like arcs and stuff like that. But I don't think they're gonna be like the permanent members. If there's gonna be a permanent member, to me, it's either gonna be like Yamamoto, it's gonna be Vivi, it's gonna be like one of those.
Vivi.
Yeah,
I think Vivi gonna come back home. He's gonna come back home. As far as the ending, the cliffhanger, what really stood out to me wasn't the last part he said, but the part about not regretting how much time you've lost while you're at Elbaf. We know there's like different worlds. They're kind of breaking down the worlds and everything in this chapter. Maybe time could elapse differently. Who knows? It could be something. Wano had the problem with being cut off from the world. Information doesn't get in and out. Maybe time flows differently in the realm of the giants. It could have to do with their longevity. A lot of things. So.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Be interesting. It's crazy. Oda just keeps on doing random secrets.
I just want to give one more shout out before we go. I love having Usopp have the little mini flashback where he's telling his original pirate crew that he was going to make it to Elbaf, and seeing him there and he's just crying on panel. Like, I fucked with that. That really hit home. Cool. Even though he don't do shit, it hit home.
That's tough.
Crying though, like he wanted to chant.
He did though. He did. He won the chip. He did.
He cried like he wanted a chip, bro. Kendrick Perkins ring.
15th man on the bench, but we won though.